My wife told me I was sleeping on the couch until I apologized for something I didn't do, so I said okay and didn't apologize. 3 weeks later, I'd converted the spare room into my own apartment, complete with a lock she couldn't break through. When she finally saw what I'd built, she stood in the doorway and cried, but by then it was already too late. My name is Carter, I'm 37, and I got exiled from my own bedroom over the stupidest thing imaginable. My wife Lauren, 35, accused me of flirting with our new neighbor Emma, who's literally 24 and just moved in with her fiancé. Here's the entire crime I committed. I was taking out the recycling on a Tuesday evening. Emma was struggling with a huge box, one of those furniture deliveries that's too awkward to carry alone. I helped her get it to her door. We talked for maybe 90 seconds about the neighborhood, how the trash pickup works, where the good coffee shop is. That was it. The whole interaction. Lauren saw this from our kitchen window and went nuclear. When I came back inside, she was standing there with her arms crossed, face red. "You want to tell me what that was about?" she said, her voice tight. I blinked, confused. What was about? You and the neighbor girl. I saw you practically drooling over her. I actually laughed because the accusation was so absurd. Lauren, I helped her carry a box. That's literally it. Don't gaslight me, Carter. I saw what I saw. The way you were looking at her, standing so close. You were flirting. I was helping someone carry furniture. That's called being neighborly, not flirting. You're sleeping on the couch until you apologize and admit what you did. I stood there for a long moment, processing the insanity of what she just said. Then I said, "Okay." She blinked. "Okay? That's it. Yeah, okay. I'll sleep on the couch until you apologize for falsely accusing me of something I didn't do." She stormed off, probably expecting me to come crawling back within hours, begging for forgiveness. But here's the thing about me. I'm a software engineer. I solve problems logically, and I don't apologize for things I didn't do. Night 1 on the couch was brutal. Our couch is great for watching TV, terrible for sleeping. My back felt like someone had taken a sledgehammer to it by morning. Lauren came down while I was making coffee and said, "Ready to apologize?" "Nope." She huffed and left for work. By night 3, I was done with the couch. We have a spare room, decent size, mostly used for storage and Lauren's overflow closet space. I grabbed my pillow and slept in there on the old futon. Still not comfortable, but better than permanent spinal damage. Lauren noticed. "Couch too uncomfortable for you?" "Yes." "Then apologize." "No." She actually smirked like she was winning some kind of game. "Fine. Enjoy the futon." But here's where it gets interesting. I make good money as a senior developer. Lauren makes good money too in pharmaceutical sales, but we keep separate accounts for personal spending after bills are paid. I had about $4,000 saved for a new home office setup I'd been planning. I decided to repurpose those funds. Day 4, I ordered a memory foam mattress, queen size, $900 with 3-day delivery. Day 7, I hit up Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace. Found a leather recliner for $250, solid wood desk for $200, 55-inch TV someone was getting rid of for $300 because they upgraded. Borrowed my friend Marcus's truck and moved it all in while Lauren was at her book club. Day 10, Amazon Prime became my best friend.
Mini fridge, $80.
Keurig coffee maker, $70. Installed floating shelves for $50 worth of hardware. Got a decent rug that really tied the room together for $130. Day 14, this is where I might have gotten deliberately petty. Bought an Xbox Series X, $500, and a premium soundbar, $250. Added blackout curtains because why not, another $40. Day 18, the finishing touches. LED strip lights for ambience. A few framed prints of classic movie posters I'd always wanted. And this is my favorite part, a smart lock for the door. $160 installed myself, works with my phone. By week 3, I'd spend about $3,200 turning that spare room into my personal sanctuary. It was everything our bedroom wasn't. My space, my rules, my aesthetic. Lauren hadn't been in there once. She'd knock occasionally, tell me I was being childish, but never actually entered. I think she was playing chicken, waiting for me to break first. Last night, everything came to a head. I was in my room playing Elden Ring with Marcus online when I heard Lauren try the door handle. It didn't turn, obviously. Carter, why is this door locked? I paused the game. Privacy. Open this door right now. No thanks, I'm good.
Silencer. 10 bang bang bang.
Carter, open this door immediately. I calmly got up, walked to the door, but didn't open it. Lauren, you banished me from our bedroom. This is my space now. You're welcome to apologize for falsely accusing me anytime. I'm not apologizing. I saw what I saw. Open this door.
Non.
Then I heard her on the phone, deliberately loud so I could hear. Classic Lauren manipulation tactic. Mom, he's lost his mind. He locked himself in the spare room and won't come out. Her mother Patricia, always dramatic. What do you mean locked? In his own house. He installed an actual lock. With a keypad code. Well, why is he in the spare room, sweetie? Long pause from Lauren. He's being punished. Punished for what? Even longer pause. He was flirting with the neighbor. Was he really? Lauren, honey, what did he actually do? He helped her carry a box. Dead silence on the other end. Then Patricia, in a much quieter voice, that's it. You didn't see how he looked at her. Lauren, sweetheart, maybe you should apologize. I can't believe you're taking his side. She hung up. More banging on my door. Carter, I'm calling a locksmith. Go ahead. I called back. I own this house too. I can put a lock on any interior door I want. Check the law. I'd actually researched this thoroughly. As long as it's not preventing emergency egress and both parties own the home, interior locks are generally legal. She must have looked it up too because she stopped threatening the locksmith. Then came the text barrage. This is insane. You're acting like a child. That room is for guests. All your clothes are still in our closet. I bought new clothes. They're in my closet now. Your closet? It's a spare room. Not anymore. You can't just claim a room. You claimed the entire bedroom. I'm just working with what you gave me. This morning while I was at work, she finally went in. I have a camera in there, legally placed, clearly visible. It's my room, my right. I watched the footage during lunch. Her jaw literally dropped when she saw the transformation. She stood in the doorway for a solid 5 minutes just staring. Touched the TV like she couldn't believe it was real. Sat in the recliner. Opened the mini fridge. Then she noticed the Xbox and I swear she looked like she might cry. When I got home, she was sitting at the kitchen table. No anger this time, just this defeated exhaustion. You really set up an entire apartment in there. It's just a room with some furniture and electronics. How much did all that cost? My personal savings, not marital funds. Long silence. You're really not going to apologize? I'm really not going to apologize for something I didn't do. So what, you're just going to live in there forever? Until you apologize for falsely accusing me and kicking me out of my own bedroom? Yeah, pretty much. This is ridiculous. It was ridiculous 3 weeks ago when you started it. Now it's just my new normal. She got up and left. That was 2 days ago. Since then, the war of attrition has escalated. Lauren stopped doing my laundry. Fine by me. I bought a compact washer-dryer combo off Craigslist for $400. Yes, it fits in my room. Barely, but it works. She stopped cooking portions for me at dinner. Cool. I've got my mini fridge and Keurig. Started meal prepping on Sundays. Bought an air fryer for $90 that lives on my desk. I'm eating better than I have in years. Then she tried to get clever. Called a house meeting with her best friend Victoria as a mediator. They cornered me in the living room like some kind of intervention. Victoria, all fake concern. Carter, don't you think this has gone too far? I'm just respecting Lauren's decision. She wanted me out of the bedroom. But you've turned the spare room into a bachelor pad. And it's supposed to be for guests. What guests? Your mother who stays at the Marriott because she doesn't like our guest bathroom? Your brother who hasn't visited in 3 years? That's not the point, Lauren interjected. Actually, it's exactly the point. The room was in used storage. Now it's being used. You're being spiteful. I'm being comfortable. You made a decision. I adapted. That's when Lauren played what she thought was her trump card. Fine. Then I'm claiming the master bathroom completely. You can use the hall bathroom. Okay. Both of them blinked. Victoria looked genuinely shocked. Okay? That's it. Yeah. The hall bathroom is fine. What Lauren didn't realize is that I'd already been thinking about this possibility. The hall bathroom is right next to my room. The master bathroom requires walking through the bedroom to access. That night, I moved all my toiletries to the hall bathroom. But I didn't stop there. Installed a rainfall shower head, $70. Bought one of those Japanese toilet seats with the bidet function, $230. Absolute game changer. Premium towels, a small humidifier, even a plant. That bathroom went from basic contractor grade to spa level in 48 hours. Meanwhile, Lauren started realizing that claiming the master bathroom meant she was solely responsible for cleaning it. I heard her complaining on the phone to her sister through the thin walls. He doesn't even use it anymore. He just moved to the other bathroom and made it nicer. He bought a bidet, Sarah. A bidet. The real turning point came 5 days ago. Lauren's company announced they're going hybrid. 3 days in office, 2 days remote. She needs a home office setup. Guess which room she assumed she'd use. She knocked on my door at 7 in the morning. Carter, we need to talk about the spare room. My room. It needs to be an office. I'm working from home twice a week starting next month. That's nice. Good for you. So you need to move your stuff out. I actually laughed.
Non.
Carter, I need an office. Then set one up in the bedroom. It's huge. There's no space with the bed and furniture. Then reorganize. Or downsize. Or you could stop being petty and give me the room. The room I've invested $3,000 into furnishing? The room I'm living in because you kicked me out? That room. She tried a different approach, voice softening. I'll let you back in the bedroom if you give me the office. But I'd still have to apologize for something I didn't do? Well, yes. Then no deal. She slammed my door so hard a picture frame fell off the hallway wall. 20 minutes later, I heard drilling. She was installing a folding desk in the living room corner. Her office is now in the communal space where I watch TV. Guess who bought noise-canceling headphones? $300 and couldn't care less about her Zoom meetings. Yesterday was the crown jewel of her entitlement, though. I came home from work to find the lock on my door had been tampered with. Scratch marks around the keypad, obvious pry marks. She'd definitely tried to break in. I confronted her immediately. Did you try to break into my room? It's not your room. Did you or did you not attempt to break the lock? I needed to check if you're damaging the house. By breaking and entering? It's my house too, which is why I can have a lock on my door. And why you trying to break it is destruction of property. She went pale. You wouldn't dare. Try me. I installed a camera in the hallway facing my door that same night. Full disclosure in common areas is legal here. She knows it's there. The little red light blinks at her every time she walks past. Marcus came over to watch the football game last night. Lauren lost her mind. You can't have people in there. Why not? It's my room. I don't want strangers in my house. Marcus has been here 50 times. You went to his wedding. Not in that room, which is my room where I can have guests. She actually called the police. I'm not kidding. Told them I was refusing to leave a room in her house, and she felt unsafe. The cop who showed up looked exhausted before he even walked in. Took one look at the situation. Me calmly explaining I live here, pay half the mortgage, and am simply in my room. Lauren screaming about guest rooms and locks and disrespect. The cop sighed. Ma'am, does he live here? Yes, but is he threatening you? No, but is he breaking any laws? He put a lock on a door. An interior door in a house he owns? Silence from Lauren. The cop turned to me. You two need counseling, not police. After he left, Lauren sent me a Venmo request for $1,400. The note said half of your room furnishings since it's marital property. I declined it and sent her one for $2,000. The note said half of bedroom furnishings I'm not allowed to use. She declined mine and sent another for $600 for emotional distress. I sent her one for $5. The note said cost of helping Emma carry that box. Radio silence since then. This morning, everything changed. I came home to find my room door wide open. The lock had been completely removed, just a hole in the door where it used to be. My stuff was there but reorganized. My Xbox was unplugged and moved. My mini fridge was turned off, food starting to spoil. My bed was stripped, sheets in a pile. There was a note on my desk. Maintenance inspection required. Management. Except we don't have management. We own this house. I called her immediately. She picked up on the first ring, voice smug. Find something interesting at home? What the hell, Lauren? You broke into my room. It's not breaking in if I own the house. You destroyed my lock. That's destruction of property. Prove it. That's when something in me clicked. Not anger, just cold clarity. Okay, I said, and hung up. I called a lawyer that afternoon. Not for divorce, not yet, but for legal separation and establishment of household boundaries. The paperwork she got served with 2 days later was comprehensive. Requesting exclusive use of the spare room, damages for destroyed property, formal division of household spaces, and documentation of her pattern of behavior. She came home that evening crying. Actually crying, not the manipulative kind. You got a lawyer? Over this. You broke into my room and destroyed my property. It's a lock, Carter, that you destroyed after kicking me out of our bedroom for helping someone carry a box. You're going to end our marriage over this? Me? I'm just sleeping in a spare room. You're the one who's been escalating for 7 weeks. Then came the justifications. I'm stressed. Work is insane. My mom's on my case about everything. And you just abandoned me. You kicked me out. I wanted you to fight for us. By apologizing for something I didn't do? By showing you cared. I showed I cared by respecting myself enough not to be manipulated. She hired her own lawyer who, according to mine, basically told her she had no case. Kicking your spouse out of the bedroom, then claiming abandonment when they sleep elsewhere? Destroying their property, then claiming ownership? Good luck with that. But Lauren decided to try one more strategy. Win me back through seduction. Started walking around in lingerie, cooking elaborate meals she'd eat in front of me, buying expensive wine. I just kept living my life. Meal prep, gaming with Marcus, working on a side coding project. Then she brought out what she thought was the nuclear option. She invited Emma and her fiancé over for dinner without telling me. I came home to find them in my dining room, Lauren playing perfect hostess, serving wine, smiling wide. Carter, join us. I was just getting to know our neighbors better. Emma looked mortified. Her fiancé Derek just looked confused. Thanks, but I've got plans, I said, grabbing a protein shake from the kitchen. Don't be rude, honey. Sit with us. The honey was so fake it was painful. I'm good. Enjoy your dinner. Lauren's face fell. Emma stood up quickly. Actually, we should go. Early morning tomorrow. But you just got here, Lauren protested weakly. Yeah, we're really sorry. The food looks amazing, though. They practically ran out. Derek whispered, "What the hell was that?" as they left. I heard it clearly. Lauren exploded. You embarrassed me. You embarrassed yourself. You invited the woman you accused me of flirting with to prove some kind of point. I was being nice. You were being manipulative. I'm trying to save our marriage. By refusing to admit you were wrong, that's not saving anything. I wasn't wrong. Then we have nothing left to save. That was 8 days ago. Yesterday, Lauren moved out. Not permanently, she says, just to her sister's place to get perspective. She packed 3 suitcases and left a note. Since you want to live alone so badly. The irony is I don't want to live alone. I just wanted my wife to admit she was wrong about one thing. That I didn't flirt with anyone. That helping someone carry a box isn't a betrayal. That kicking me out was an overreaction. Instead, she chose to blow up our entire life over her own pride. My lawyer says I have a strong case for keeping the house if we divorce, especially with her voluntary departure and the documentation of everything. But that's not what I wanted. I'm sitting in my room right now, my really well-designed room, writing this out. The house is quiet. Too quiet. But I'll be damned if I apologize for something I didn't do. She texts every few hours. I miss you. You're ruining everything. Just say sorry and we can forget this. But we can't forget it. Because if I apologize now, I'm teaching her that false accusations and manipulation work. That if she just escalates enough, I'll break. 8 weeks ago, I helped a neighbor carry a box. That's the crime that apparently ended my marriage. The spare room that was supposed to be temporary punishment became my permanent refuge. The lock that was supposed to keep me in actually kept her manipulation out. The lawyer that was supposed to scare me into submission actually gave me clarity about what I deserve. I deserve a partner who trusts me, who doesn't weaponize our bedroom, who doesn't destroy my property out of spite, who doesn't call the police for a domestic dispute that isn't, who doesn't try to manipulate me through our neighbors. Lauren is still texting, still posting quotes on social media about toxic relationships and red flags, completely oblivious to the irony. Still telling everyone who'll listen that I ruined our marriage over nothing. But it wasn't nothing. It was everything. Every time she dismissed my feelings, every time she demanded apologies for her imagination, every time she chose control over communication. The box was just the final straw. Do I regret not apologizing? No, because if I had, we'd still be in that cycle forever. She'd still be controlling and manipulating. I'd still be appeasing and enabling. Sometimes the smallest hills are worth defending because they represent the mountains behind them. My room setup is incredible, by the way. Kept the gaming rig in here. If we divorce and I keep the house, I might actually knock down the wall between this room and the master bedroom, create a massive suite. Who knows? Emma and Derek invited me over for beers last week. They told me that dinner was the most awkward experience of their lives. Lauren apparently spent the whole time talking about how perfect our marriage was while obviously holding back tears. They felt so bad they almost considered moving. I told them the real story. Derek bought the next round and said, "Man, you dropped this," and handed me an imaginary crown. Good neighbors. The divorce papers should be filed within the month. I'm not happy about it, but I'm at peace. There's a difference. 8 weeks in my own room taught me that sometimes the most important apology you can refuse to give is the one for something you didn't do.